Denny's and Algebra. Denny's restaurants, yeah, they're going to close up to 150 locations. Other restaurants as well, TGI Fridays. There's been a litany of them. People, I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised sometimes at the questions I get from our listening audience out there when certain business stories pop up. And I got a bunch in regards to Denny's. Now, I haven't been to Denny's in some time. I got to think I got to go back to college the last time I went to Denny's, and it was probably around 3-4 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, neither here nor there. Denny's in Algebra. Why is Denny's closing 150 restaurants? People are like, oh my God, it's people don't want to spend anymore. No. People want to spend. People want to go to restaurants. That's not the issue. The issue is the math doesn't work anymore. It's just that's it. I mean, this is one of the things that happens in business. All right, Denny's is a discount restaurant, correct? I call it fast food. No, I mean, kind of fast food. You want to call it fast? Yeah, again, when I think of fast food, I think of like McDonald's, Burger King. You go up and you order. Nobody really waits on you. They wait on you at Denny's, but it's still quasi fast food. Now, the Algebra. I'm often asked, I've been asked throughout the years, people ask me to evaluate their business. I remember, this is back in the day, down in Southwest Florida, down around Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch area, people asking about opening up a restaurant. And I go in and I take a look at the size of this restaurant. They tell me what their business plan is. And I say, no, it's not going to work. What do you mean it's not going to work? Well, it's not going to work. Take a look at the size of this place. Okay. I got to maybe go back to I always use the South Park episode, the Underwear Gnomes, where the Underwear Gnomes have this business plan where they steal a kid's underpants, and the middle part they don't have. They got a question mark, and the last part is profit. Now, you want to get to the point where you're able to profit, right? Well, if certain areas of your business have gone up, labor costs, food costs, energy costs, whatever it may be, and your customer's only willing to spend X amount of dollars on, moons over my hammy or eggs over, how does that go? There's moon over my hammy. Wasn't that the thing on the menu? Grand Slam breakfast. They're only willing to spend so much. I mean, there's a point in time where people are like, that's all I can stand. I can't stand anymore. The Algebra doesn't work anymore. It doesn't add up. And that's what we're seeing all over the country. The numbers don't work anymore. When states say, okay, you know what, we have to raise minimum wage. Okay, labor costs have gone up. Energy costs, we've talked about that. Costs when it comes to regulation. All of these things increase. But certain businesses, like a quasi fast food restaurant where your customers are, willing to spend a certain amount of money, that's only going to go so far. They can only raise their prices so much. You can raise your prices to a point where you can pass the costs on until you can't pass them on anymore. And then you're like, screw it. It's not worth it. Let's shut it down. Or it's not even worth it. It's not even worth having the place in business if we're only going to profit this much. And there's no sign of hope on the horizon where that's going to change or that's going to turn around. You're going to continue to see this. You are going to continue to see this all over the country, and more of these chain restaurants are going to go by the wayside. They cannot make the math work. WatchDog on wallstreet.com.